Hey guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Relax with Rimworld. Now, last episode was relaxing for us. We managed to survive without any kind of major issues for us. We managed to get a lot done in that episode though. Wildfire here, if we jump into her health, we can see that she now has an advanced bionic arm, which is going to really help with her manipulation. She still has a small injury on her left pinky, but for the most part she's looking pretty good. She's doing pretty good in that regard. Scar's decided that he still wants to sleep up there, but this bedroom is actually complete, so let's go ahead and make sure that he's going to be using that in the future. So Scar, that is now your room, although we are going to need to run some power down there. So let's just jump into power and go and see if we can get that run down there. We are running at a little bit of a deficit when it comes to our metal. We don't have a lot of it around, so I want to be cautious with how much we're using because I have some projects outside. I'm wanting to move these up just a little bit further because I'm wanting to use our installation that we have here as a tunnel to lead enemies through. That's my idea at the very least. We'll have our turrets set up here, we'll be able to do some pretty decent damage, but we'll also be here as well, ready to shoot anything that comes through that little entranceway there. We are still blocked off on these other sides. We are kind of allowing enemies to flow through here still, but I am going to need to do something similar to that in this kind of space here, but for that we do need to have more materials for us to be able to have turrets set up on that side to deal with them. But the main thing that we need to do right now is just get these this little section of wall built there. I have also built some walls around our solar panels in the hopes to protect them just a little bit better from, you know, problems that we might have in the future. I've just noticed now that I thought that the marble chunks there might actually be disturbing the wind, but they're not. It's not a problem at all. So that's something that I'm going to want to try and check on and make sure is actually going to happen. So I'm actually going to come into here and I'm just going to cancel all this flooring here. I'm going to cancel it so that we can get those blocks back because this is more of a priority right now. All of that can wait. I'm not in a rush to get that done. So we'll deal with that when we can, but I do want to see these moved, probably first and foremost, so I'm hoping that is going to happen sooner rather than later. It looks like Bayer is getting a little bit of metal working done in there, and Wildfire is going to be busily working away making those blocks for us as well, so I'm happy if I see that happening. I might have to do some manual controls, depending on whether or not we just end up seeing the movement that we want, essentially. Which I'm hoping we will. Wildfire, it looks like, yep, you're just going to keep on working out there. That's good. That's good. I'm happy with that. And Bayer is finishing off some work down there as well. Okay, I'll let you do you. Get those lights up and running. As soon as those are done, I'm assuming we are going to have some work happening outside. Red, thank you very much for your good work there. Elliot finishing off that work there as well. We can actually move these. I feel like this is a little overkill at the moment, so we can go ahead and deconstruct these. And we are essentially going to do the same thing with these, but we're just going to shift them over, deconstructing these ones here, just because it is a little overkill at the moment, the way we had that set up, so we'll let that happen. Typha is smashing away that research for us, which I am very, very happy to see, and it looks like Red is actually starting work on those ones first, which I'm not really wanting us to do just yet, so I'm wanting to forbid it, so let's go ahead. We want to forbid these. Orders. Forbid. I can forbid selection. Well, I guess I can just select all of them and then just forbid them. Forbid selection. Oh, right. I can just go across like this. Well, that works too. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that just so that we have these other things happen first. And it looks like Red is going to do some work out here. It would be nice before we put the traps down if we actually had this done. And if we could actually get into here and get these little sandbags placed down as well. I don't know if we have the resources. Oh, we don't. Damn it, that's frustrating. So the problem with that is we need those sandbags because they stop you from standing. So they wouldn't be able to stop and just wait in this position here. They would have to come out. They'd essentially be forced to come out into at least that square there. And ideally, that square there is where we'd want our enemies to kind of come out to, be forced out into these traps and then forced out into gunfire is what we're after. That would be what we're wanting. Whether or not we can have that happen, I'm not sure, because we are low on metal. We are indeed. In saying this, though, if I had these things down here deconstructed, we would be able to do it. We would have... because they don't need a lot of steel, just a little bit. So let's see if we can go down here and you're not on construction either. Spectra, you're cleaning blood currently, and I like that you're doing that. Red, you are doing some marble paving down there. I'm going to use you over here to do that for us if you can. Get that steel. And before anyone steals the steel, let's see if we can, at the very least, get one bit of sandbag down. Elliot is completing that turret there by the looks of things. Oh, turret trap, rather. So we managed to get one down, and that was it. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these as well. Thank you, Red. And we'll use the metal from those to just finish a little bit more if we can. Thank you, Doggo. I appreciate what you're doing there, bud, but I kind of need that metal back if you can allow us it. Okay, alright. Still nothing. I'm waiting for the dog to drop it off, essentially, unless it's already been used by someone else, which is quite possible. It has already been taken. Well, ain't that a thing? Not a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. That is what it is. I'm contemplating getting rid of the fuel generator. I'm probably okay with us doing that for now. Just because it is an emergency generator. It's something that we haven't used in a while. We seem to be doing pretty good on power all up. So I'm going to get Red to finish working on these sandbags over here. Want to make sure that we're prioritizing those ones first. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, well that's great. And it looks like we're going to work on those as well. We are going to get some steel back from these ones, so I don't see that being a problem for us. Elliot is getting finished on that. I need one other person, though, to come and help me out. Who is closest right now? Let's see. Aziz, if I can get you, after you've dropped down those blocks, to do this for me. You're not on construction, yet you were bringing things out. Well, I guess he's hauling, so I guess he was... That is kind of part of the hauling job now. They can do that. You're building a dining chair. I appreciate you doing that, but I'm just going to steal you away to work on that before that kind of gets sealed up. By doing this, though, we are kind of cutting ourselves off from the other side, so I am going to need to have a way through. We can put a door through, but then that might lead to the enemies trying to fight their way through that. So we need another way, don't we? And mining another way could take quite a bit of time. It might just be worth making a door or two doors. I think we're going to have one. I'm hoping that they'll just take the open route. I don't know, though. I'm not sure whether or not they would. It is a gamble. No, we want it to go there. What am I doing? There we go. Alright, well, this area is open now, so if we can get this sealed off, we'll be looking good. Elliot, thank you. You're doing a fine job there, my friend. Okay, the bill to make pants is complete, so Wildfire should have pants on now, I believe. I've said stranger things. Okay, Wildfire is hauling that. Oh, nice. Let's go ahead and get that gold inside as well if we can. And it looks like, no, we haven't actually gone through all of the silver yet, so we can get some more. This has actually been quite a nice little silver mine for us. We're getting a decent amount from there. I wouldn't mind if we hit some metal in there somewhere. That would be very, very nice. So ideally we won't go past these, although Wildfire just did. It's very, very dangerous at this stage. I really hope that they don't end up going along this path. What I might end up having to do is actually forbid them from doing that. Although they do seem to be walking around another way right now. Wildfire, did you just... I thought I saw her get hurt for a second then, but I guess not. They are going to be coming out here for the gold. Good, 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 good. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have all of that in before long, and the door is complete. And it looks like, for some reason, they do want to go that way. It might be a little bit faster for them to do that, so I kind of need to forbid them from being able to go for this area. I wonder, though, because sometimes they will still move through an area to be able to go through it, so it's... yeah, not super ideal. I might just have to deconstruct the center trap for now, which kind of don't want to, because I can't disarm it. I can only like kind of rearm it. So we're just gonna have to deconstruct it for now, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. And actually, you know what? With us doing that, then that means that we can probably just use this as a pathway to go through. And hey, the volcanic ash has settled, so the volcanic winter is finally over, so we should start seeing slightly better temperatures here, so that means that we might actually have a chance to have some of these things growing before long. So That will be nice. And these are slowly coming together in here. Not the ideal temperature in here, but it's not terrible from what we can tell. Wildfire is making those blocks like nobody's business. Thank you very much. Okay, alright, that's sealed off. We still have a door up here. So everything's kind of blocked off over those sides. We'll see how it goes. Is that all of the gold? Yes it is. Yes it is. Thank you very much everyone for bringing that back for us. It's all nice and secure now. So with that, I think I'm going to be confident in us just working on the base throughout here. I'm just making sure there isn't anything else I can be doing to really kind of improve our situation there. What we might do, actually, while we're here, Spectre, if I can get you to finish that. Elliot, actually, before you go rest, I know you want to. I know you really, really want to. I would love it if we could just deconstruct these so that we might be able to get some of this done during the night. Okay, you go, you go. It's Aziz who is close to breaking right now. Darkness, uncomfortable, ugly environment, hungry, tired, awful barracks. You're not sleeping in the barracks anymore, buddy. You are sleeping in a bedroom. Although it's kind of counted as barracks. Shoot, because it's open currently. That is not so good. And there's no light in there for Scar at the moment, unfortunately. Damn, that's a shame. What are we going to do there? We need more steel. Like that's just the long and short of it. We need more steel. There's no long. There's just the short of it. Steel. We just need a lot more of it. We are so close on research though. Actually, come tomorrow, we're going to be able to get it done. Question is, are we going to have enough steel to actually construct this bench? Will we need steel to construct it? That is my question. We're on 196 meals at the moment. We have a decent, or a very healthy stockpile of ciphers and centipedes in here. So I'm liking our idea of getting a decent amount of steel that way. So we should have that before long. Just a little bit more research. Thank you so much. We now have electric smelting. We can build an electric smithy and smelters. The electric smithy allows smithing items without fuel. The electric smelter uses heat and strong electromagnets to extract useful metal from slag, chunks, and other items. Fantastic. So we're going to continue on the machining, but we're going to pause and we're going to have a look at getting these benches put down. So the electric smelter is the first thing that we want, and we can see already that we are going to need a decent amount of steel to be able to construct this. So it's frustrating, but we're going to have to try and find a way to put that down. We also want the electric smithy, not something that we need right now, but something that we probably will use for, you know, some tools in the future, potentially. But right now, we need to try and get 170 steel somehow, and that might mean trying to recycle some items that we have. As to what we would recycle, I don't know, because we can get these things back, right? Because we're going to be able to, as soon as we get that thing down, we're going to be able to recycle a lot of steel from other places. But right now, we need that steel. We need 170, which is it's not cheap. We might be able to get some steel from the basins, potentially. How much steel does it take to create one of these? It needs 100. So we'd be able to get a little bit back. I'm thinking maybe we might get 70, even 50 might be okay. If we disassembled 2 of them, we might be able to have enough to get that thing done. That is a big might. I'm not certain about that. It is a bit of a risk, but there's potential reward at the end of that. Is there anything else that I can get rid of, that I can remove for now? Maybe one of these freezers, because we're not using both of them right now, especially the one over here. If I go into temperature and have a look at the refrigerator, 40 steel, so it's not a hell of a lot. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look, I think we're going to have to try and get rid of at least one of these. We'll see how much we get back from it, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, let's see. Wildfire, can I use you over here? We'll deconstruct this sucker. See what we get back. We got 75, so it was actually kind of close to what I was assuming it was going to be. So we need, what, 170? Ugh, this is going to be a hell of a lot of these going. But I think it's going to be worth it. We're going to lose our smoke leaf, which is only at 36% grown right now, so it's not a terrible loss for us, but it is still a loss. I'm annoyed, but at the same time, we just need to do this. We do need to start some kind of mining program, though, which I am most certainly wanting to do. That's not going to be enough for us, is it? I guess we can get what we need to there for now to get started at the very least. Let's see. Actually, no, that's enough. That's enough. We have 55 left over there. Okay, so with that, bam, we have our electric smelter. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a nice comfy chair to go in there. And did we not get a chair here? We need a chair there. We definitely need a chair there. And we should have more than enough muffler leather to be able to do that. I know we have a lot of human skin, but I believe I was making that out of muffler leather, and we should have a lot of that kicking about. That's elk hide. Let's see. That's okay. That's elk hide also. Muffler leather. We got heaps. We got heaps. We got more than enough to do that. That's good. So let's jump over here onto builds, and we want to melt. Let's start by doing weapons. Although in saying that, what weapons do we have that we actually want to do that with? Because we don't want to melt those down right now. So let's actually, you know what? Scratch that. Let's not do that. We want to melt from slag. Okay, and we essentially want to do this forever. Now the machining table, or at least the smithy, is it the smithy or is it the machining table that we're going to be able to... oh damn, we're eating those meals again. Once Elliot's up and about, I might see if we can get anything from these bodies. There's only one in there at the moment, so I don't know how much meat we're going to be able to get from them, but that's some that the animals will be able to use. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing once he is up and about, but he did go to sleep quite late, so we probably aren't going to see any of that movement for a little bit. How's it going out here? Good, okay, we are seeing things come along. Fantastic. Deconstruction almost always seems to be the very last thing that gets done. Let's go ahead and see if we can reconnect these turrets, turn them off. Perfect. They don't need to be on right now. And we are going to allow these to be built. So we'll see that happen eventually as well, because we do have some stuff happening there. And Red is building us some nice fluffy seats to work on. And we know how much of a bonus they get from that. They really seem to like sitting on those seats. And let's see. We do have a seat there, don't we? Yes, we do. Darla, thank you very much for getting that constructed for us. I still find Scar hilarious. That mustache on his face looks like he's just got his mouth agape at all times. He's just very surprised about everything. Thank you, Elliot. He's getting that constructed outside. Okay, so this is going to be classed as crafting, I believe. Let's see. I think it is. I want to see that happening. And who is going to be doing that for us? Wildfire, primarily, but she's asleep right now, so we're not going to see that happening right now. I know that Darla is also doing... No, Darla is doing tailoring. So who do we have on crafting right now? Yeah, Wildfire. I want to have more than just one person involved in that at the moment, and there isn't much smithing to be done. So we're going to have Aziz into that, so hopefully we should see him... go and start doing some of this for us, because that is definitely a priority. Man, that research is going fast. As soon as he's done eating there, I might go, yeah, there we go. He's doing it automatically for us. And we have a rice harvest happening, so Scar is going to get that done. It's good stuff for us. Okay. All right. We're looking all right. I'm going to be intrigued to see how fast the process is and how much we're going to get out of it. It's not super slow, so that's kind of good. And the metal should just get taken straight into here. So let's see how much we get out of this. I'm imagining it's not going to be a huge amount. 10. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good way for us to recycle and get materials back. So it's something. Now you are going to go and cook a meal for us. Do I have you as number one cooking? I do. Drat. That's because I put a little bit more priority on Typha doing that research, which we don't need right now. So let's go ahead and change that back around. She loves cooking anyway, so we're going to put her on 3. And I believe, I'm trying to remember who we had in there before. It was Bayer, wasn't it? So Bayer, you are now going to be doing that for us, and we're going to put these on 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And Aziz, we're going to take you off cooking, or at least move you further away, and just make sure that that is more of a priority for you. There we go. And also, we weren't able to cook for a while, so, yeah. Let's go ahead. Damn. That body is too far gone, apparently, for us to be able to use. Unless he's restricted. No, he's definitely unrestricted. Double, triple check that. Yes, he is definitely unrestricted, so, yeah. Not seeing that happen there. And, heck yes, we're getting a lot of medicine in there. I feel like we probably have a decent enough stockpile. I say that, yeah, I think we do want to start trying to get some more drugs growing up in this thing. So I know you've just done a great lot of work at replanting that, but we want to change that up. So let's go ahead and change this over to psychoid, and we're going to change this over to smoke leaf. There we go. We haven't had anything done here yet, have we? No, we haven't. Let's go ahead. We've got flake and yayo. Let's make some flake and let's make some yayo, because you are both psychoid leaves, and I want to know what the market price is, essentially. So we're just going to do one of each. We're going to see if and when and who does that. It looks like there's priority going for these blocks over there, so wildfire is actually coming over here to do that. So that's nice. That's good that that's happening. I believe that that is also counted as crafting, so I don't know how or in what order that's going to happen. So, yeah. Not sure what's going to happen there. We essentially need like one more person to be able to go down there to start doing that. That steel is being used. As soon as it goes down, essentially, it is getting picked up and it is being used. That's actually been done outside, so everything's been moved forward. Good, I like that. And the range of these, yep, they all have that within its range, so it's good. It's all kind of working so far. We won't know how good it is until we actually encounter our enemies as we have them come at us. Did I just see all of our power go offline? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Who did what? Oh, god damn it. Oh, we're gonna lose everything. No, we're not. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna very, very quickly do this. So wildfire, let's get you to do that, if possible. Get you to very, very quickly. I don't know how and why that was a thing, but it was a thing. It's no longer a thing. Okay. Oh, make flake is complete. Okay. Is that flake? Is that what flake looks like? Yep, apparently that's what flake looks like. So let's see. Market value is 14. Okay, alright, so we need to see what yayo is going to be, and then we'll kind of go off that, because yayo is double the amount, right? Let's just have a look. Drug lab. Yayo is 8, and this is only 4. Okay, but the work amount on this is 10, so it's only 1 more. So we're only doing a little bit more work, but it is using double the resources, so we'll see what it's going to be like, how it's going to work out, how economical it's going to be for us. Yeah, I would like someone to be working on it though, but we don't have anyone working on it right now. I think crafting does need to be definitely does need to be a #1 priority for a number of us. So Darla, I'm actually going to put her on that as well. Yeah, so we're going to take her off tailoring for a little bit, because we don't need a hell of a lot of tailoring happening, so we'll see if that's going to work out for us. Also, once these blocks are in the stockpile, that job's done for a good long while, although we actually do have quite a lot of blocks that need to be placed. I'm just not worrying about placing them right now, just because I'm trying to focus on this little drug production, just so we can kind of get things up and running. I'm hoping that the dogs aren't going to try and take the frickin' drugs. If they do, that could be an issue. Yeah. Actually, let's have a look at our animals real quick. See how we're doing. Yeah, so we definitely want the puppies to be trained. Yeah. Good. Make yayo. Okay, good. So Darla is taking that into there now, and thank you, Darla, for producing our drugs for us. So we'll have a look at the market value of that and just kind of compare the two. Alright, so let's have a look. Market value is 23. Okay, alright, so 23 versus 14. I feel like it's actually more efficient for us to make flake. Because we'd be getting, what? For 2 flake, which is the 8 cycled leaves, that's going to give us 28 market value, whereas this is 23, so we're getting a few extra dollars for this. We're conserving our materials. Actually, well, we're using the same amount. But that didn't seem to take too long to produce. So the only thing I was thinking with yayo is that because it's only taking a little bit longer to produce, we're kind of making it faster. So I guess there's kind of like a little bit of a strange takeaway with that, where they both take around about the same time to produce, but this uses half the amount. Well, actually, no, it does take longer because you're making 2 of them. I guess in the long run, that this would give us a little bit more money, because we wouldn't be consuming as much, but that we can make faster. And I wonder whether the price would fluctuate on that a little bit more. I think we're going to go with Yayo for the time being. I think. So we're going to change that. We're going to knock that over to do forever. So as long as we have some cycloid leaves, we're going to be producing Yayo. And let's just have a look real quick at a sign. Sangria is pregnant. That's cool. Yeah, no drugs. No drugs, no drugs. And hopefully that works out for us. Hopefully no one goes on a binge. But so far it's worked out for us. All right. Everyone's going to sleep. That means Wildfire is going to be up and still working. Hauling that silver to the stockpile. Excellent. How is that going? I think that's our silver mine done. Yes, that's all the silver that's there, unfortunately. So we've gone and exhausted that resource as well, but that's knocked us up a decent amount, so I'm happy about that at the very least. We do have some materials up here that we might be able to get back from these plasteel shivs, etc., steel shiv. I might come down here to our electric smelter, and I will put on destroy weapon. Interesting. Smelt weapon. And let's just say do forever. We want to change this around. We don't want to be using ranged weapons, or if we do... No, there's nothing under there that we'd actually want to be doing, but melee weapons... I'm fine with us melting those down, because if we are going to produce some, I'd be happier if we produce our own. And you know what? We'll do that first. Yeah. I will let Wildfire finish making these stone blocks, because once that's done... she should go and start working on some of the other productions that we have around us. I believe she's on some marble now. And it's a way for us to actually get rid of those ones that are in the corridor that are just going to be annoying and kind of in the way. That's probably why I won't move them for now. And sure enough, we are melting down some of those weapons. And let's see, how much do we get from that? We got 10. Okay, so it doesn't seem to take as long for us to do. So I'm on board with that. Let's see, we are 168 in terms of our food at the moment. We have some rice in here. I thought we would have had a little bit more, but we must have converted that into food already. I'm assuming that's what's happened. Alright, you go get yourself your simple meal. I don't know why you didn't come into here to do it. I guess because initially, you know, that's closer to his home. I'm imagining that's why he did that. Quite possibly. I want to also get some blocks down throughout here as well, so I think it's probably about time that I start getting some of that done. Let's jump into more floors, and we are going to go just these stone slabs along this corridor here. Bam! Like so. We don't have a door in here, and apparently we need some more wood designated to be cut down. So these aren't quite at maturity yet, so we'll leave those alone for the time being, but I think we're going to have to go for some more over here. So jumping into orders, we're going to ask very nicely for those to be chopped down. Make sure that someone is doing plant cutting. Spectra is going to be the one to go out and do that for us, so thank you, Spectra. Appreciate your work. How is everything else doing along here? We're getting there. We're getting there. We are going to need some blocks, or rather walls, to be put down throughout here. So let's start doing that, because it's going to have to happen. And along here as well. Okay, jumping into more floors, we're going to go post those down, and we want to go right down and around, like so, and we want to go for our slate slabs, just to go around the side, like so. There we go, and it'll take them a little while to get through all of that, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. And slowly we seem to be getting a little bit of steel. We've got 94 in there now, so I'm happy with that, and I'm glad that we're actually converting some of these weapons that we really aren't using for anything right now. So that's good. Good work, Wildfire. Appreciate you. Alright, and it sounds like some floors are getting put down. Yep, Elliot, thank you very much. To make it a little bit more of an enjoyable environment for them to be in. I'd like those to be hauled. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen eventually. The dogs will be able to haul them outside to any of the positions that we have, which is essentially along this whole kind of lakefront here, and the area out the front here as well. We've also got designated for blocks, I believe, unless I have got rid of those zones, which I might have. I might have done that. We could put some stone blocks throughout here to kind of try and slow them down, and I'm tempted to do that. So let's actually go ahead and create a zone. We're going to create a dumping stockpile. And it's going to be right through here. And I don't think we want corpses in here. We just want chunks. And we've got something going on. Machining. Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look at research in a second. We're going to turn chunks on over there, and I'm going to make it critical that they are stored there, because I'd like to see them get piled up in there. Okay, but machining is done. Build machining tables to craft guns and machinery or disassemble dead mechanoids. So that is definitely something that we want to be doing, but we need to go and assign some more research. I'm thinking we want to continue with that Barnax workbench. I think that's definitely going to be good. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at getting that down. And having a look at where we are actually going to try and place it. So if we go to production, we want to go to the machining table, and I think it's getting a bit tight in here. It's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze wherever we put this. Yeah, I mean, what we could do is something like that, because you don't always need to go to the comms bench, and if you want to get to the research table, you could just kind of come that way. I feel like that works. I mean, it's certainly a tight environment that they're going to be working in here, but I feel like that'll work out, I think. We need 150 steel, and I believe we have close to enough in here. Not quite, but we should once we actually get some parts from there. So I'll let Aziz go and haul some of those bits and pieces around, and let's see, Elliot, if you're available right now, I would like very much, buddy, for you to start working on that. But no, apparently the materials are not available, even though there are some there. Interesting. Bayer has got food poisoning from a simple meal. We don't like the sounds of that. Not at all. That's not fair. Okay, so apparently we still don't have the resources to work on that. Don't know why. We do have some needed material. Do we need to have all the material available before we can do it? Because we've got to be getting close, right? Ajax is melting down a knife for us, so we're going to get something back from that. I don't know. This area is starting to come together, though. Estelle, that'll be one of our new pups that have come and joined us. And Darla, hey, Darla making drugs for us. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work there. Yeah, I want to see that thing go up. Something else that we will look at putting down as well under production, we'll have a look at where we might place it, is the electric smithy. Not something we're going to worry about making things from right now, but something that we are going to need. Actually, you know, we could have done that there, couldn't we? I don't think that would change things much for us, though, in terms of our little bit of a lack of space in this environment. Because I think Bear would be able to clamber over to be able to get to it. You know what we're probably going to do is get rid of this, no, but then that's in the way there, and, we you know what, the sculpture table we're not really using that much. We probably will make some sculptures eventually to sell, but right now it isn't a major production that we're working on. And Elliot, while I love what you're doing there right now, actually, you know what, we might just, yeah, let's steal Spectra as soon as Spectra's done there. Alright, you're just going to wash your hands. Let's get you to do that for us, Spectra. Excellent work. And guys and gals, this is actually where we're going to be wrapping up the episode. We managed to survive without any trouble so far. Actually, this week's been pretty quiet for us, really, so we're lucky in that regard. Maybe Randy Random is giving us something of a break. We'll see if that continues in the next episode, though. Thank you all for joining me for this one. I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.